Good morning, America. I'm Charles Gibson.
I'm Diane Sawyer, and it's Tuesday, September 11th, 2001.
It is lunchtime in London, 5 a.m. in Los Angeles, and 8 a.m. here in New York, live from the CNN Financial News headquarters.
It is beautiful outside, perfect September day with lots of sunshine. Oh, would you look at Washington, huh? I'm going outside.
Just in, you were looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
We just got a report in that there's been some sort of explosion at the World Trade Center in New York City.
Just a few moments ago, something believed to be a plane crashed into the South Tower of the World Trade Center. We have no idea what it was. It was a tremendous boom.
Do you have any idea what hit the World Trade Center? We're getting reports that an airplane hit the building.
The Associated Press is now reporting that it was an aircraft.
Remember, it is shortly before 9 o'clock East Coast time, so we suspect there would have been a great many people in the building and presumably on those top floors as well.
As you can see, this is a clear blue sky day in Manhattan. If this was an accident, it would be a needle in a haystack kind of accident.
But of course the major concern is human loss.
Oh my God, another plane has just hit. Oh, another one just hit.
Oh my God.
My God.
It's exploding right now. You got people running up the street. Everybody's panicking.
One of our producers said perhaps a second plane was involved.
That looks like a second plane.
Could be a 727 right there, maybe even bigger.
I think we have a terrorist act of proportions that we cannot begin to imagine at this juncture.
Early reports are that at least one of those planes was a hijacked American Airlines plane en route from Boston to Los Angeles.
David, we're going to have to cut you off. President Bush is speaking.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a difficult moment for America. I unfortunately will be going back to Washington after my remarks. Secretary of Rod Pace and Lieutenant Governor will take the podium and discuss education. Today we've had a national tragedy. Two airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
Katie, I don't want to alarm anybody right now, but apparently there was an explosion of some kind here at the Pentagon.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon.
The Secret Service received what AP is describing as a credible threat of a terrorist attack against the White House itself.
The people who came out were told and ordered by the Secret Service to run.
I'm in front of the Capitol, and a moment ago, police officers ran up to us and told us, and I quote, "There is a plane that has been hijacked and is headed this way."
Whatever is happening and whoever is responsible, we have no way of knowing if it's played out yet or if it's just going on. So every time we hear a plane go by, we wonder what the situation is and where it is.
All military personnel in the District of Columbia are now on something that is called Threat Level Delta, which is the highest state of alert in the military.
This is a major development. The Federal Aviation Administration has shut down all air traffic nationwide. This country has been immobilized by these terrorist attacks in terms of air travel today.
The president was on his way back from Florida. We are told by sources a security decision was made that at this time not to bring him back to Washington, so he was brought to one of several military installations in the United States. Vice President Cheney directing operations and monitoring things here at the White House in the White House Situation Room.
Let's go to the trade tower again because, John, we now have what do we have? We don't.
It looks like a new large plume of smoke.
The whole side has collapsed?
The whole building has collapsed.
The whole building has collapsed?
The building has collapsed. It folded down on itself. There is panic on the streets. Thousands of people running up Church Street.
We're talking about massive casualties here at the moment. This is a place where thousands of people work.
Over the police radios among the emergency workers, I can hear them screaming, calling for help at the triage center where other people who were already injured have been injured more.
This is the scene in Lower Manhattan where these scenes of chaos and utter confusion are just mind-numbing.
because of the concerns of the structural stability of the remaining tower, they are now evacuating their own command post and triage center, and they have to find an even further zone to move that to.
Right there, 105, 2 tower. All right, sit tight. We'll get to you as soon as we can. Guys, up to? We're getting there. We're getting there. Doesn't feel like it, man. I got young kids. I understand that, sir. We're on the way. Oh, God!
And there's, you can see, perhaps the second tower, the front tower, the top portion of which is collapsing. Good Lord.
May God help those who are there and the victims and their families and all the souls that are lost today.
There's a haze everywhere. It's very, very difficult to see, but there has been the whole area has been covered by soot and ash. But it looks almost like snow. So as people are coming up the street running from the scene of this new explosion.
We have a report that a 747 is down in Pennsylvania.
These are the first pictures we have in. This is from Somerset County, Pennsylvania. This is United Airlines 93. This was a Boeing 757 bound from Newark, New Jersey to San Francisco. It crashed in Somerset County, Pennsylvania, near the town of Shanksville.
We are getting information now that one of the other buildings, Building 7 in the World Trade Center complex, is on fire and has either collapsed or is collapsing.
That it might have collapsed.
Hurry up, please.
That's good. What we're describing right now is the scenes of 7 World Trade Center building suddenly collapsed. As to how many people may have been around the building when it actually collapsed, we don't know at this point.
Dear Jesus, I've never seen anything like this in my life.